with our sunglasses. Look at this. What's up, guys? So, hey,
this looks like the Drake album. It's a bad time to be talking about Drake.
Yeah.
He had that one album cover where it's just him and then like the clouds behind him.
that's true.
We're gonna get canceled for this.
No, we'll just get this done. So, hey, guys, this is the deal. We're at an undisclosed parking lot in Bardstown. The sound is probably not great. The video might not be great either. I don't know how the connection is, but I'm with Brian, Abandoned Bourbon. We just did some barrel picks for Seal Box, and you are right above the trunk of my car. So we're doing a couple of trunk pours. We're not drinking, we're spitting everything, but we thought we would jump on here. What's up, man? 2 1090s in the house.
Oh, nice.
We thought we would jump on here, and
He was just in Bardstown. He might still be in Bardstown.
he might still be around here. So Brian's got a bunch of samples of previous Seal Box picks. I thought we would recap the day just very quickly for you guys of what we ended up picking. Not me, I mean you guys, you know?
Yeah.
What they ended up picking, bourbon rye-wise, from not only Bardstown Bourbon Company, but also from Green River. We can recap that quickly. We can taste through a few of their previous picks that they just did from Nashville Barrel Company. And then maybe Brian will sneak in a pick or two of ours on Drums and Drams from Evernorth or something else. So anyways, I know it's a little early in the day. What is it, Wednesday?
I think so.
It's a Wednesday.
4:30 on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's not.
People learn in work.
Yeah, so.
It's okay.
Anyways, what's up, JG? So where should we start, you think?
I don't know the day. You drove in, right?
What's that?
You drove in from Lexington.
No, I mean, where do we start with the picks, you know?
Oh, man.
With the pours. What do you think? From your Nashville stash.
Well, yeah. Well, first, I'll stop with what I'm sipping on, and
Okay.
then we'll give you something. So I'm hitting because I did not get this one. The River Roots rye.
Hey, look at that. Let's go.
11-year, 5-month River Roots rye. So Sealbox has done some River Roots picks, but not a rye. So
Yeah.
we've done several of those port finish bourbons.
Yeah.
Got another one of those coming up. Then that kind of weird malty thing. So this is good. And anyone who follows my channel or like the feed, they'll know I'm a huge rye fan. Of this year, there's been a lot of awesome ryes. You were talking about it recently on your stream.
Yeah.
Great year for ryes.
Totally.
It's been a lot of good releases. So, but yeah, last week, and this is one I tried to invite you to. You weren't able to make it, which is fine. But we went to Nashville Barrel Company.
It's not fine.
It's not fine. It's not fine. We went to Nashville Barrel Company. We tasted through. It was about a 5-hour tasting. Tasted through 42 barrels of different types of products. Now, I gotta get on a soapbox just real quick. So, there are so many brands out there. You know this.
Yeah.
You all know this. And I feel like it's been easy because they don't do heavy marketing to remember Nashville a couple years ago, and then the name maybe fall off because you're like, they're in Nashville Barrel Company's just kind of doing their thing.
I'm there.
But I'm telling you, man,
I viewed it. Yeah.
they continue just to put out some of the best stuff. If you talk about brands that I feel like have some hit or miss products, they're not one. There's a lot of hitters. And so we tasted through, like I said, 42 barrels. We picked 11 products, a bunch of different types of things. And so I was just letting you try some of them because some of them we were talking about that you were interested in. This one's coming out next week, I think.
So guys, I've already tasted a few of these, and that's when I was like,
Let's do the Tennessee.
yeah. And I was like, maybe we should just go live and taste these because some of these Nashvilles that I just tasted are so notable that I'm like, I'm not being the influencer right now, but I think they're so good that we should talk about them and get people excited for these drops on Sealbox. And if you guys know me, you know I'm not going to just, Brian didn't pay me money. I promise you.
No, and it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? You get picks from wherever you want, enjoy picks that you want. I just wanted to be able to try him on some stuff, especially if it's a brand you're not going to just go to because of the reasons you talked about or whatever. So, and this one specifically would be one I don't know that people would necessarily gravitate towards.
Totally.
Recently, Nashville's picked up some Tennessee bourbons, Tennessee whiskeys, Tennessee bourbons. I think it's the same thing for them. Bottled as Tennessee whiskey for us. I think they're going to be getting in labels for Tennessee bourbon. I wanted you to try this one.
Yeah.
5 years old, Kelvin Barrel, Tennessee. We're going to do a release of some that we call our summer barbecue.
Yeah.
So these are when we started. For some reason, we started getting into some of these off-profile barrels. Go ahead and pour this one. Try this one.
Okay. So what this is a 5-year Tennessee, guys, and it's not from a place that rhymes with Schmord Schmickel. I think I can say that, right?
I don't know.
I can just say that.
It's I guess
just that much.
Yeah.
Or maybe, who knows? Maybe it is. I actually have no idea where this is from.
No, it's from somewhere.
It doesn't smell like George Dickel though, so I'll say that.
Dude,
It's so. Yeah, this smells like bacon Juicy fruit gum in a weird way.
I'm getting a lot more of the sweetness, but I might have held a little bit of that rye left over in the glass.
Yeah, maybe like pineapple. When I say juicy fruit, that's like maybe pineapple. Yeah, I'm gonna go pineapple, bacon. It's very tropical fruit plus bacon notes on this, and it's funky and dark on the nose.
I feel like the nose is a lot sweeter. The palate is where it just really gets crazy. So, never having done one of these picks there before for this Tennessee, we didn't really know what to expect, what to go for, what to gravitate towards.
Dude.
But we hit this one and we were like, this is one of those off-profile barrels that I think people just look for. Like, it might not necessarily be the thing that you always grab and pour, but it's what you want to pour for people.
I don't know, man.
And it's what you kind of keep going back to because you always want to try and figure out what's going on with it.
I don't think it's that. I mean, it's off profile, but it's not something that I have to be in the mood for. Like, this is, I like funky stuff though.
Yeah.
So this is meaty, and I love meaty profiles on like scotches, on bourbons, clip it.
And it's gonna keep getting sweeter in the glass too. So this one's fun, just in a cheap SRP. You know,
what's it gonna be, you think?
So I'm fairly certain they told us they wanted the SRP to be $60. So
60
I would
bucks.
say somewhere in the 60 to 70 range.
Okay.
5-year Kelvin, Tennessee.
And like on paper, 5-year is like, I don't know about 70 bucks, but then you taste this is a really good barrel, man. It's a really good barrel.
It's funky. What I love about this one too is that this is the one I feel like people would pour to somebody and be like, just tell me what you think. Like, don't tell them where it's from or anything. Like, there's nothing about it that says that pins it to anything.
No, there's not. And like, if people are worried about Dickel, even if it is Dickel, it doesn't taste like it. I wouldn't care where this comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Guys, real quick, hit that like button if you haven't already. For the 37 people watching this drunk stream, it's hilarious. All right, we're gonna keep going here. Jay says, on my way home from work. Talk to you later. This 5-year is ridiculous.
Oh, Adam knows what's up.
I can't believe, like, whatever this distillate is, I cannot believe how good this is in 5 years. And it's so off profile.
Oh, it's great. That's a fun one. All
right.
Well, where do you want me to go? You know some of what we have, so I'll just mention some of the things that we picked, and so then you all can maybe help us decide where to go. We picked a pair of 8-year MGP Kelvins.
Okay.
We picked, and we might save this for later though, a 33-year-old Canadian whiskey.
Jesus.
We have a 7, 8, 9, and 11-year Kentucky.
Wow. All right.
We got a 10-year MGP bourbon, an 11-year, and we're gonna have to do the 11-year rye, an 11-year MGP rye. It's a crazy fun profile.
Let's go 10 MGP bourbon. Or no, you have the 9 Kentucky rye, you said?
9 Kentucky bourbon.
Or bourbon, I meant.
Yeah, the 9 Kentucky bourbon.
Let's do a 9 Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah. So this is barrel number 2829. Oh, dude, it smells so fun. Kind of smells like brownies.
Wow.
Brownie batter. A little bit. Nope.
This is like a spicy chocolate oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Brownie batter and oak. But hey, let us know in the comments too. What kind of brownies do you like? Are you a no nuts or a nuts kind of brownie person? Because
I hate that question,
dude. Nuts and brownies are. Look, I won't say my opinion.
Dude, this is what you call engagement right here. Tell us what kind of brownies you like.
Tell us what kind of brownies you like, and then do you wish they were oaky? And if so, that's this glass.
We don't ask dumb brownie questions on this channel, Brian.
Adam's saying you pick up any of the 3.3 barrels. Are those the Kelvins?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no. We got D's. No, they're 32s. So we got 32s. Hold on. Oh, maybe you're talking about. No, hold on. Let me keep looking. We got the 32XXs if you're talking about Kelvins. But I don't know that I got.
What did he ask about 33s?
The 33XXs. He just asked if that's what we picked. But no, anything that I have close to that, I have the 32. 3280, 3281.
So on the nose, guys, this really is just chocolatey oak profile. There's a little grassiness, so Brian is not going to reveal anything about what he may or may not know about sources of these on this stream, but I can guess, and I will guess that this is perhaps, it reminds me of a 9-year Beam profile, but more chocolate and more oak than I'm accustomed to. So that's what, you know.
Yeah, I just like that it has a big, chewy, sweet profile that's not overly sweet. It has good oak. You mentioned grassy. The kind of grassy oak is a profile of oak I do like. So I like that. The thing I like the most about it is I think I have had others in runs like this that have been very spicy, very cinnamon spicy specifically, which I don't really like the cinnamon. Like maybe if it's nuanced or something, but just kind of cinnamon red hot, whatever.
Right.
I don't jive. And I think there's been a lot like this. This is not one. To me, it has some spice. It's integrated well in the glass. Just
no, this is good. And I mean, to me, this is in the league of, you know, Elijah Craig barrel proof. It's like competitive with this kind of a profile.
Someone said like the edge brownies. Yep.
Sounds like high malt. Yeah, it is like an edge brownie.
It's not. I don't think it's as chocolatey though as like a something heavy malt content.
So malt content to me, if you're going to talk chocolate in the profile, usually has a texture to it. It's like a textured palate experience. This doesn't have texture. This still drinks
nice and sweet, like you would expect,
like from a bourbon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So not quite, but it is.
I taste roses like a little bit too, because it's got that kind of. I run into like a little soapy sweetness kind of thing. I don't know if you ever get that. If you've ever heard someone talk about soapy Four Roses profile,
I get that on MGP Rise a lot.
I feel like I get that a little bit here, but
interesting. So that's a good. I like the 9-year Kentucky, and what is that, like $100 maybe?
I don't know yet. So 9-year Kentucky. Last time we did one of these,
1 to 120 probably.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere, and that makes sense. Like quality wise, that makes sense to pick one of these up. Nice, man. So you want to go 10-year MGP bourbon?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. These are fun to me too because, you know, there's a lot of, oh gosh, it's so sweet. There are a lot of people obviously putting out MGP, and Nashville's been buying MGP for a long time. Before that, you know, they picked MGP barrels for, you know, for their restaurant, stores, whatever.
Wow.
But they've had, I think this is one of those barrels like the Rise. I'm pretty sure they've had these barrels though since they were 6.
Okay.
So they've been storing in, I guess, Tennessee, maybe not. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
For a really long time. But what I like about it is the profile reminds me of the older releases of MGP more than the new modern releases. So think of your Blom, think of your OKI, think of, you know, whatever your kind of distiller like that. To me, it has maybe more candied sweetness than them, but has a lot of the more relaxed notes.
This is our dark arts pick.
Yeah, I want to smell it.
$150, 10-year, 112 proof. I don't know what the mash bill is on yours, if it's 21 or 36. And yours, it's interesting comparison. So the dark arts to me is a little bit more pungent,
a little richer, a little bit more like deeper.
Yeah, but yours is a lighter sweetness.
Yes, yeah.
Lighter, like more airy vanilla sweetness.
Ooh, man. I'm gonna take a sip of this. I like the density and like the. I think even like mahogany, like leather, but it's hard to describe. Like when you think about Ron Burgundy talking about like leather-bound books and sofas, this is more of the smell I think he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird the difference, you know, because this is how all of the current 10 years are tasting. Like everything that people are sourcing 10 years right now tastes like this to some degree. It doesn't taste like the Nashville stuff.
It's like pretty cherry forward to me. Like,
how do I get
kind
the
of
chat?
kind of a like a tobacco-y cherry thing going on. Yeah, it's so hard to just they're totally different.
They are totally
different. This 10 year is just like got a lot of candy, like almost like you notice more in the Rise. I feel like I get a lot of stone fruit and candy in the Rise. I'm not necessarily used to it in the bourbons, but I get it a little bit here.
Dude, I really like this 10 year that you guys picked, but it's super light. It's so approachable.
I'm actually really curious about the proof because when I tasted it the night compared to some of these other ones, I was like, oh, that's got to be like 107.
It feels 7. It feels low. It does feel low.
What I love about it, all of the candied stone fruit you don't necessarily expect in the bourbon, but then these wild leather and oak notes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun.
That's fun.
Put this away.
That's fun. I don't know if we missed some of the chat, so I don't know if there's anything else people wanted to hit on. I want you to try it. So there's another one I want to get to. Maybe not yet, but 21% MGP rye, 8-year hickory syrup finished.
Hickory, I see, and you say this, and I've never heard of hickory syrup.
So James, I guess there's a guy there wwho does hickory syrup, like maple syrup, but it doesn't come from a maple tree. It comes from a hickory tree.
Okay.
So it's hickory syrup finished, 21% MGP. 21. I'm telling you, I don't want to lead you on. I'm going to anyway. I think this is the best syrup finished barrel I've ever had.
Okay.
Cool. And this one's going to go with the Tennessee and they don't know about it. You already tried it. This 11-year Kentucky for our summer barbecue release when we end up doing that one. But here, no, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
So let's do. Do you want to do the 11-year stuff?
Yeah. So we'll just do an 11-year Kentucky bourbon, an 11-year rye.
Yeah.
Let's do the
Rye first or bourbon first? What do you think?
Oh, I think it. Normally, I don't say transition to ryes. This is a very bourbon-y friendly rye, and I think it's probably fine for us to do it. And this is, to me, I don't think it's a bad thing, but there's a very specific flavor profile of this, and it's like all that it is, and that's the main reason I bought it, and I'm in love with it. Yeah. This is an 11-year rye. We tasted through more rye-like rye, so like the last rye that we did that was very earthy, leathery, whatever. And then we tasted ones that were more bourbon-friendly. It's the same recipe of the 95.5s, 2 different lots. Okay.
Now, do you know if this is something that they just picked up or if it's something they've aged?
They have, to my knowledge, they have had these barrels. So like our last one, they had since it was like 6 years old. So 5 years.
So let me just say this, guys. Everybody's getting 11-year MGP rye right now, including us with this pick. And then Friday, we're dropping 2 more of these from River Roots, the Chunky and Funky Monkeys, which are great. I've tasted now 22.
All the Brook Hills.
All the Brook Hills. I've tasted 22 barrels now of the stuff that's being circulated in the open market that people are picking up. If this is stuff that they've had for years, that makes sense because this does not smell like any of the ones that I've smelled or tasted so far. This smells like lemon lime Gatorade.
This is probably the quickest set of barrels I've ever tasted through and picked one on. Now, it was tough because I hit one and I said, this is pink Starburst. I went to another and I said, this is the dark red Starburst. And then I hit this one and I said, this is lemon lime Gatorade. And I said, I gotta have that because that's a flavor profile I just have never had on a whiskey, let alone a rye before. Juicy, citrusy, but in a very, it's hard to say, a watery way. Like it's Gatorade.
It is Gatorade.
Nose and palate.
It doesn't make any sense.
And then the longer it lingers on the palate, you do get the oak come out too. So it's just so silly.
Because even the comparison to this River Roots, I mean that smells like root beer and like brown butter and just really funky.
This rye is so stupid.
It smells. I haven't tasted it yet, but it smells like Gatorade, dude.
You didn't taste it earlier?
I tasted it earlier, but not right now.
No, you're fine. In that it's 11 years. This is another one that if someone were to try,
so good, dude.
They wouldn't know 1, what it is, 2, that it wasn't a cocktail, and then 3, that it would be the age that it is.
And this is what I said to Brian earlier. This 11-year MGP rye reminds me of High West Double Rye, which is young, yes, but 2014, 2015 era Double Rye, which tastes like lemon lime. Back then, because it's a lot of 2-year in that rye.
Right.
There was some 16, but it was mostly 2.
Yeah. What a great affordable bottle when it was done that way, man.
Come on.
It was like $23, $23.
Come on. It makes no sense.
Oh my gosh.
But this basically tastes like that rye aged up, which is probably what it is. Think about the 2-year ryes in 2014. How old are they now? 11 to 12 years old. This is probably the same stuff.
This is so good.
It's a weird profile though. Like if you don't want lemon lime Gatorade, then if you like blue Gatorade, you're not gonna like this.
I wonder if it would. I always have my notes are always nose, palate, finish, and they're always like decently lengthy. I wonder if I should just say this one tastes like lemon lime Gatorade.
You should say that.
Like quench your thirst, and that's it. That's the whole tasting notes. That's the whole email.
Nike, just do it. Just add a lot of copyrighted phrases.
I did work. I do think I'm gonna do the sticker though. If I don't put the sticker on the bottle itself, it's fine to send it with them.
Yeah.
Just do the Gatorade logo, but in the seal box navy kind of goldish color, and just send it with everybody for the bottle.
All right. By the way, 50 people in here watching this. I don't even know what this is. Shitstorm of a stream. But thank you for being here. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Okay, so I got to give Brian one of our picks here coming up. I got to think about which one.
Well, we're tasting rye right now. Does it make a difference?
So let's go to a Sagamore rye.
Yeah, because I got the River Roots. I taste a little bit of that Dark Arts right there. So
how about this?
Yeah, because I was curious about these. These are upcoming, right?
Yeah. So
okay, hold on. Don't tell me which one are.
Okay.
Just don't tell me which. Pour one in the glass.
Okay.
And then pour the other in the glass. I'll keep turning around, and so then I'll tell you which one I prefer. So you'll be able to know whether it's your wife's barrel or your barrel.
Okay, you want me to give you a second glass?
Oh, I like that though already.
You want me to give you a second glass?
That's fine.
Okay.
So first glass, I'll move over to my left hand. First glass, first thing you poured, left hand.
Okay. All right, so this is a quick blind from Brian.
Oh, I already prefer the nose on what and the first thing you poured me.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, hold on.
No one knows. I didn't tell them.
This is a little bit richer. Maple, oak.
Maple, interesting.
Oatmeal, like fresh oatmeal raisin cookies.
Okay.
Fresh.
Before you taste it, though, smell the other
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Give me the notes.
So this one is like honey grams, golden grams a little bit.
Okay.
It's a little bit brighter, a little bit more toffee, a little bit more like a very high note citrus.
Okay, so you're going a lot of caramelized notes besides the citrus.
Yep.
Now think fruit. Tell me the fruit notes on each. Like, where do they fall?
Well, I think the first glass is slightly more tropical.
Interesting.
Because I think the second one has a little bit of cherry cordial to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it's very cherry cordial. I'm not really thinking chocolate, but I can get like cherry cordial ice cream a little bit.
Okay.
Flecks of cherry, a little flecks of chocolate.
All right, let's go palate.
Maybe a little orange, maybe a little lemon lime. Like there's some citrus zest, citrus. This one, oh gosh, hold on. There's a I don't know. This one's a little bit deeper, a little bit darker. I'm gonna go on palate.
Okay,
first
palate.
glass.
Yeah.
They don't know what it is though, right?
No, they don't.
Let me turn around and you can mouth it or
Okay.
Don't tell them. You can mouth it.
Okay.
Glass one.
Okay, they know. So this is glass one. And just a reminder, we are spitting all of these guys. We are in a parking lot at an undisclosed distillery, so as not to get in trouble, but we are not drinking any of this
This
stuff.
is I think I might go to 2 before I say anything about 1. There's like a nice viscosity to 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of width to the flavor to me.
Okay.
So like it almost tastes like I'm eating Spumoni ice cream.
I don't even know what that means.
Let
Let me pour.
me go into 2 real quick, and then I'll come back.
You don't know which one's which anyway, so I'll just go ahead and pour this. They don't have the stickers on them yet. The stickers are on their way.
There's a little bit more leather and oak on 2's palate. So like, here's what's interesting. I like noses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But in the end of the day, I love a complete whiskey. But at the end of the day, I'm tasting instead of nosing, unless I'm with company, in which case I welcome like a very pleasant nose to sit with.
Yeah.
And don't have to necessarily think about the pour.
Yeah.
Okay? But if I was drinking, I think the second pour, it's deeper, tobacco, leather, oak, some caramel, some toffee, underlying some fruits, dark fruits. Let me go back over to this first one. I love the nose on this first one though.
Yeah, the nose. I mean, the nose on this one is good.
It's brighter on the palate. They like switch roles.
Huh.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going with this glass.
That's mine. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yes. Here, yeah. Here.
So Sarah's is darker. You were saying on the nose it was darker, and then you kind of switched it on the palate.
Yeah,
with the
I
darkness.
feel like they switched on the palate a little bit.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to the fruit thing, because you said something about fruits.
Yes.
So where were you all picking up that I should have been headed?
So to me, on my pick, it is. You said cherry cordial.
Yeah.
It is so directly cherry. It's like in your face. It's laser focused cherry. Is what I would say.
There are a lot of channels. That's why I love you, and even we've been doing picks for a while. And we did the Middle West pick a long time ago together.
Right.
Been following you for a while. I just feel like, of all people, there are definitely some things that we clash on, but more often than not, I like the way you talk about whiskey and describe things. So like, I feel like we're kind of dialed in here. Okay.
Laser focused cherry, and
Yep.
this to me it's dirtier on the nose. That glass is a dirtier, dark fruit, and it's not as clear on what the fruits are. But it's like
I just can't pull it apart.
I don't want to say root beer. It's just dirtier profile.
Yeah, I could see that. I honestly, it's very difficult. It's not very often I come to a pour and it's hard for me to pull it apart.
Yeah.
And I know we're outside, we're in a parking lot, but it's tricky for me to pull apart flavors to this.
Yes.
This would be one that I'd sit down for like an hour and be like, well, fuck it, I got to come back another day for the notes.
And I think this is why and all the blinds we've done, like me, Sarah, Dan from the Junkies, and then everybody we've blinded with this, it's always a split down the middle because it's just like, that's what excites me about releasing these.
You know what?
You know?
No. Espresso.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Which I can understand the dirtier than too, because this tastes like drinking espresso, which is a very cloudy substance. There's a lot of oils. It is not refined. So this has like an espresso, chocolate, like dried banana.
Which is why a lot of people gravitate towards it, because they just get darker and they go, yes.
Are these the monkeys?
No, these aren't the monkeys.
Okay.
These are the Junkies.
Got it.
At the end of the month.
That's right. Junkies.
But it's the same issue with the monkeys almost. This would be the funky monkey, and that would be the chunky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, give me that chunky all day long.
You're going to like the funky better. I promise.
These are good. These are 52%.
Yeah, and they're 6 years old. It's just bonkers to me. And $65, dude. That's the one, right? Come on.
6 years old? This is fantastic.
6 years old is crazy for these.
Yeah, I like that.
So anyways, more people need to get behind, this Sagamore stuff, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Can I throw these?
Yeah, throw them. It's cool. So, one other thing can we taste, do you have time? Are you cool?
Depends on how much time you're talking. I think we got a little
15, 10, 15?
Let's say 10. Let's say 10.
Let's do real quick Limestone. I want to just get your get your take on the private stock.
Yeah.
And we can just do this live. So guys, I'm down in Kentucky because yesterday I went to Limestone Farms, which is a new operation out of Georgetown, and they've got a bunch of different offerings. And this is not my official review or anything, but I want to taste this right now for you. I want Brian to taste it as well, because I've been talking about this to folks for a few weeks after tasting this in Michigan with the Junkies. This is a very expensive bottle. It's $200. I fully,
take a picture.
Take that into account. I'm curious to get Brian's take. I really like this stuff. And then we're going to move on to the last Nashville Barrel Company sample that Brian's got for me, the 11-year bourbon from Kentucky.
Well, and then we'll go to the Hickory.
Yeah. So anyways, this is the top line of Limestone Farms.
And this is not Limestone Branch. This is Limestone Farms.
Limestone Farms, brand new. They're breaking ground on the distillery in the next couple of days, I think. So tell me, what do you get on this?
Dude, this is you might hate me for this. This is like,
it's 113.2
this
proof.
is like banana split on the nose. I get like,
okay, but it's not a Brown Foreman banana.
No,
it's not candied banana.
No, it's banana split.
Yeah.
So like it is artificial banana, like syrup or something like that, maybe, or like fresh banana. Hold on.
I don't go artificial.
Backing up. Fresh banana. There's some like whipped cream.
Yes.
Little bit of nuts. You know what I mean? They open up the just chopped nuts. Strawberry, or like strawberry syrup. Not a lot of chocolate, actually.
Can I
pineapple syrup? This is a banana split.
There's a savory note, and hear me out. I don't even know what I'm saying. Think about cherry syrup and then make it savory. I don't know what that means.
Like the Tennessee Barrel.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
yeah, I get it.
It's almost so dense that it's savory instead of sweet. It's almost bittersweet syrup.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with the banana split. Dude, I'm gonna have to get a banana split here soon.
Color on this is crazy.
It really is.
I mean, what do you think about the nose? Totally honest.
What did someone say? Something about, you guys ever standing on something? We're just, the phone just tilted up.
Yeah, we're just, it's that whiskey.
You guys scoot further away from the camera. Can you watch the replay comments on a replay stream? Because I'd love to go through these.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, anyway.
All right, let's see.
Cheers. Yeah, it's like a boozy Twizzler on the nose.
It is, to me, it's like so.
If you would tell me this is something in the Heaven Hill Select Stock, I believe you.
Dude, it is so fruity. It tastes like sweet mash to me. It's so sweet and fruity. Oh my God! I don't know why I love this stuff so much. And I before I visited Limestone Farms, people are gonna think that I visited. They gave me free product. Like, okay, you're talking good. I said this the first time I tasted it. I didn't know what it was. I love this whiskey.
It's so interesting. I like it. what I like about this is it's got spiciness, but it's not. It's the kind of spiciness that melds really well in with the sweetness. It kind of just sticks on your gums, sticks around, but it doesn't jag.
Yes, yeah.
Which is always good because I feel like sometimes I describe things and people would just be like, oh, he just likes sweet bourbon. It's not true.
Right.
Sometimes I don't like the jagged whiskeys, and I don't like spice that seems very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like very clearly like this spice, that spice. Make it a bouquet, make it interesting. This isn't even necessarily complex in its spice. It just is.
It just feels
restrained.
Good.
It feels good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's such a fruity whiskey. I can't believe it.
That's a crusher.
Mm-hmm. Now
there's like a little bit of dark chocolate. There's a little bit like burnt.
I just swallowed
burnt
just
oak.
a little bit of it. It's so rich, like when you swallow it on the palate. Now 113 proof. They have proofed it down a little bit. It's not barrel proof, which is my only complaint. At $200, you got to give us barrel proof, you know?
And you say this is this finished?
It's not. This is not finished.
This has
and this is not even.
It almost
8
has
years
like
old.
a little vermouthy kind of thing to the end, and like or like a little bit of bitters. Like this is not tannic,
no,
but it has a little bit of like pleasant bittering to the finish.
So to me, it's like I know the price point is a tough sell for a lot of people, but if you're in that category of buying higher priced whiskey, I think this is like I haven't had anything quite like this. The Nashville stuff is not quite the same, you know. I don't know why I like, and it might just be me. Maybe I'm crazy on this, but
it's cool.
It's cool whiskey. And I will say this, guys: the source of the barrels, I can't tell you where it's from. It is not anywhere that you would ever expect these barrels to be from, and it's really weird. So it is Kentucky though. It's on the label Kentucky.
That's tasty.
So anyway,
it does get real dark the more you sip it.
Yeah, and at barrel proof, this stuff is lights out. When we tasted it yesterday, it's like, please leave it at 120.
Yeah.
You know, please. Yeah. Anyways, it looks like coffee at barrel proof too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last two Nashvilles.
Yeah. So this one, and I feel bad. I mean, we already got yields for this one. I would say it's decently low. I mean, I don't know. It's decently low. Yeah. 11-year Kentucky.
11-year Kentucky.
We tasted this. I'll say this to you guys because again, I don't, I'm not saying this in a mean way, but like, I don't care if you guys are subscribed to Seal Box or buy from Seal Box or you have another site or you only get group picks or whatever it is. No sweat off my back. I just like drinking whiskey and talking to people about whiskey. But I told Cam about this one, and you can tell me if you agree or don't agree with this. I told Cam this bottle, if you were
hang on, don't say it.
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Let's just nose and taste it first.
Okay.
What you're gonna say is correct.
Okay,
but so we're talking. This is a Nashville Barrel Company pick, 11-year Kentucky. We don't have the proof on this. This smells like a miniature version of Heaven Hill 17 to me.
I call it like splintery wood. I don't know what to describe that. Like maybe that's
means.
dried wood.
That's interesting.
Maybe it's like dried, like oak, but like dried oak. I don't know how to.
It's like a shipwreck.
It's like a shipwreck.
It smells like
it's like a shipwreck in my nose.
You know
right
what I'm
now.
saying? It's like wet.
How many shipwrecks have you been here?
A bunch, dude. That's what I do.
That's what your next review channel should be.
I just review shipwrecks.
6 out of 10 on a shipwreck.
That's pretty dark. Anyways.
And we just lost 10 people watching the stream.
We're gonna go into submersible to a lot of shipwrecks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna actually take. Oh my god. Well, that's good.
Can I say the thing then?
Yeah, you can say it.
I said, and then I'm not trying to hype it up, but
this is really good.
When I tasted this the other night with a buddy, it's the same thing today. I feel like if this was, I guess you could say this about a lot of things though.
Sure.
If you were to put this in a purple top, and it was $600 in the gift shop, there'd be people buying it all day long.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have enough of them.
Yeah. It's molasses on the palate to me. It's very molassesy, which that's why I say Heaven Hill 17. It has that rich, like, it's not creamy oak. It's oak that's like this. You want to pull it apart. It's like toffee oak.
It is. It doesn't need to be this good. Like it just.
I don't understand this, and I don't know where it's from, and Brian won't tell me, but it doesn't matter. That 11-year NBC, I'm buying one of these.
That's so tasty.
Someone said that their police scanner went off. No, we're literally.
It's not us.
I've taken 2 sips, I think, in this entire stream, and they were the most itty bitty little
I
sips.
don't even know. Never heard of them.
Brett, these barrels, all the Nashville stuff we've tasted on this they're all going to Seal Box. And then today at Bardstown Bourbon Company, which is not where we are, we're in an undisclosed parking lot. At Bardstown, we picked 2 bourbons, 2 ryes, and then 2 Green River bourbons, all for Seal Box. I was just tagging along.
Oh yeah, we didn't even really talk about that, which is fine. All right, but let me know. Let's try this last one, just because I want to hear. So for anyone who's just now joining the stream, last barrel I want him to try Hickory syrup finished 8-year, 21% MGP.
I don't know what to expect with this. Is this 21 rye?
Yeah, and this is not. Yeah, it's not. I'm not trying to hype it up again, but like it's just the last one because it's finished, right? So that's where we're at.
Whoa, that's different.
Yeah.
What is that note, man?
It's a little like earthy, like a touch smoky for some reason.
If you made
which I don't know why.
If you made brown sugar into syrup, is that molasses?
Not
you know what I'm saying?
Specifically.
Like brown sugar
What
syrup.
is molasses? Well, molasses.
What is molasses?
Oh, I'm thinking of sorghum, which is a different plant, right?
Dude, this is like brown sugar syrup, whatever that means.
Yeah, which would make sense. I mean, it is syrup.
Yeah.
But
that is so weird. I like
so
this.
Deep. And
But it does have a lot of maple syrup-like characteristic.
The main reason I wanted this is gonna need a rewatch before these picks up. This is one that I told. The main reason I wanted him to try this one and why I brought these down is because we were talking because I invited Cam to the pick. We tasted through a whole bunch of stuff, and then when I was telling you about, it, I was like, this Hickory one. You're like, that sounds interesting. I'd love to taste it. I probably won't buy one, and so I wanted him to try it because again, there's so much. People put out great whiskey all the time. You cannot buy everything. And so I was like, I just wanted you to try it.
Whoa, dude.
Do you like that?
I like. It tastes like a cocktail. It tastes like an old fashioned with
beautiful.
a different kind of syrup in it.
Beautiful.
You ever make an Earl Grey old fashioned?
No, but I think I want to.
So I used to boil down Earl Grey syrup and make old fashions with it. This tastes like almost an old fashioned with a different kind of syrup.
The oak and leather still comes through, but it has the viscosity that comes with the syrupiness.
Dude.
It still has the syrupiness too, but
yeah. Oh wow, this is weird, man. I don't know what to think of this.
It's like a heavy syrup old fashioned without the citrus.
That is interesting.
It's pretty whiskey.
If anybody likes maple syrup finished whiskey, this would be the next avenue.
It's a favorite syrup finished thing I've ever had.
That is wild.
Really good. Really,
Weird.
It's just so balanced. I think it's like it's not too sweet. It's just really solid.
To me, it does lose a little bit of the spice.
I can see that
in favor of the syrup, but so it's not totally. I wish it had a little more spice to it.
Yeah.
If I'm being really picky,
if it was like a 36%, it might have been a little better or something.
But you know, I've never had this profile before, so it's a worthy kind of financial risk.
That's right.
But what I mean, I hope this is not 150 or something like that. But I don't think it would. I don't think it would be.
Yeah.
$80, $100.
I thought this is like a 120 or 130.
Okay.
Which again, for 8-year MGP base, it is tricky. But I want to say,
but there's an audience for it.
Yeah, I don't remember because I've not seen it all. But I thought the SRP was 120 or 130.
But I mean, for me, I didn't think I would buy one of these. I have to think about whether I'll buy one.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's very different. I don't know why other people haven't done like the Hickory finish.
But that one, we had the same response when he was talking about it. I was like, what is Hickory syrup? He's like, syrup from Hickory.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'd never even.
Oh, that? I guess that makes sense. But then I thought about that thing, like, can you milk me? I thought about that quote. I'm like, can you get syrup out of? I was like, can you get syrup out of any tree?
Bro, we can't talk about that quote.
But
we can't talk about who said that.
Can you get syrup out of any tree? You can't, right? Not every tree has syrup in it, right?
Clip it.
Not every. Look, I'm not doing any more ADHD whiskey things. No one's gonna clip me for anything.
They'll clip it
unless they clip. Damn.
They'll clip it. I said last week. I said
the glass smells.
Apologize. It hit 10 p.m. and someone sent me a blind flight, and every pour was dick cheese, knob cheese, schmegma, and I'm like, I wonder what dick cheese tastes like.
I remember this.
Like, that's clipped. That's on the internet now. So,
sorry, guys. Oh shoot,
done. Clipped.
I'm over. But seriously, can you just take syrup from every tree? This is my ignorance.
All right, guys. Thank you for.
I'm gonna call this
40-minute live, little parking lot trunk live, spit and pours all over the asphalt.
an undisclosed parking lot
in an
Bardstown,
undisclosed
Kentucky.
parking lot. So anyways, this was fun. We had a great day with these picks. Great day yesterday at Limestone Farms. Patreon members, I'll be in touch with you guys, letting you know about how everything went. I've already tried to post on there a little bit. And I'll be back tomorrow in Ohio. And I don't know if we're going to do a live stream tomorrow or not. I got to figure that out. Kind of got a busy weekend for me personally. So we'll figure that out. And that's going to do it. Sorry for the lack of videos. Thank you, Brian. This was fun. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.